Hey everybody, this is Matthew with Forging Your Legend, where we help people turn their toughest battles into their greatest legends. Today, I want to talk to you about the changing of seasons and how that impacts the healing journey. This is a timely topic because as I'm recording this, it is the end of October, and this is a time of year that a lot of people struggle with. It's a definite major season change going into autumn and used to be one of the toughest times of year for me. And I just want to share with you in this video why this happens. Why do we have trouble with season changes? And then talk about what we can do about it. So first off, why? Why does this happen? And there's two reasons, at least as I see it. One is biological. And that has to do with primarily the changes in light and heat. You know, in summertime, you obviously have more light and more heat. And in wintertime, you have less. And depending on what part of the country you're from, one of those may be better or worse for you. And there are some biological realities to that. You know, extreme heat or extreme cold are going to put a little bit more stress on your system. And that's something that your system has to manage, and it's an extra stressor. And if you already have an overtaxed system, it can add additional weight to that and just give you more that you have to deal with. But that's really the smaller issue compared to the associations, the expectations, the beliefs. And that comes down to a few things. One of them is, let's say something bad happened in October or November, like really bad enough that you continue to associate that time of year with that bad thing, consciously or unconsciously. Well, that time of year is going to get primed for you to feel a certain way, and each year that you feel that way is going to reinforce the story stronger. You're going to have expectations of that being a certain way, and your belief is going to reflect that this time of year just sucks for me. Additionally, you may have stories that you've picked up about what a certain time of year means for your particular condition. You know, there's a lot of stories out there about, like, people get worse in the fall because of this or that, or people get worse in the spring because of this or that, and you know, there may be some validity to that in a very limited sense, but your beliefs and expectations about what's going to happen in times of year are far more important than what is supposed to happen based on your symptomology and your condition. And really, if you can tell yourself a different story and change the narrative, eventually you're not going to have the same experience. And so I would encourage you to take on a new story by doing some rounds about this. If you don't know how to do rounds, go watch my video on the bare bones basics of brain retraining. I'll put a link in the description for that. Or reach out to me and I'll help you. But to do rounds on this, you do the normal round setup, and then you do a memory of a time where you really were enjoying this time of year, and just live in that as fully as you can with all 5 of your senses, and or put yourself in a future where you're enjoying it. Or if you really need to, there's nothing wrong with stealing somebody else's experience of this. Like, I really struggled with winter because I'm from Minnesota and it can be brutally cold and very long and dark. So I used some of my own memories of positive times in the winter from when I was younger, like building snow tunnels and stuff like that. But I also used other people who loved winter. And that kind of helped me to generate the good feelings inside of me and the good associations, even if they weren't mine personally. My brain was still firing as though they were personal because I put myself so really, truly in them. Now, I want to give you a story that you can take on that might help your changing narrative about this. Every season has a gift. Every season of life metaphorically and every literal season of life. You know, you can make your own associations with what each season has as far as gifts, but For me, springtime is this beautiful opening. It's a time to plant seeds, to start things, to get back outside after a long winter, and to appreciate the flowers blooming and everything coming back to life. And in summertime, everything's at its height. Everything's ready for you to go and engage with it. It's energy and vitality and light and movement and doing. And in the autumn, you get to harvest and celebrate all that's been accomplished throughout the year and look back on all that you've done and start to turn inward. And then in winter, it's a more internal time where you're probably going to be focused less on doing things. You don't have to slow down. That's a story too, but you can slow down and take the opportunity with nature to go within and reflect on what your life means and what you want to create, because we know that spring's going to be around the corner and we're going to have an opportunity to start planting seeds again. What do we want to do in that time? It's a time to just maybe even disconnect from thinking about that stuff for a while and spend time with family and cuddle up and enjoy the holidays. So that's one of my stories about the seasons that's helped me to appreciate the change, and also to know that everything changes, and that's a good thing when you've had a lot of struggle. Seasons of struggle eventually turn into seasons of joy, even if it takes a long time. Know that that's coming for you too. I promise you, it's coming. So, with all that being said, I hope you found this helpful. Feel free to reach out, and I'd be happy to assist you with this or anything else. I would be truly honored to aid you on this journey. If you liked this video, give it a like, comment, subscribe, share, follow, etc. Leave a comment if you want to hear about a particular topic. I'll make a video about it for you. And go to forgingyourlegend.com for more information on coaching and classes and other things. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have an amazing day. Make it an amazing day, in fact. Take care.